The podcast, and we don't have a theme song. Yo, man, we are here for another episode of the podcast on YouTube, streaming straight to your living room, to your afternoon. I see my man. We coming, jumping right in it. As you can see, my illustrious co-host is not here right now. I think she got hit by a bus. Now I hope she didn't get hit by a bus. But she definitely did not hit me back, so I don't know what's going on. But you know how weed smokers do. Sometimes you smoke something, and you might have smoked something too strong. She might have took something with some fentanyl in it. Either way, she not here. Hopefully, we're hopefully the health and the safety of our co-host Joy Sanchez is out there. I'm probably sure she's gonna burst in the door at some point. Talking about she late, got some mid-grade weed, but we love her all the same. But right now in the studio, as you guys can see, season 2, episode 10. Of course, we got people like bursting in on the background. Come on, stop bursting in the background of my stuff here. Season 2, episode 10. We got my man Stanford Reed, yo. Stanford Reed is back from Asia. Y'all give it up for Stanford Reed. Back from Asia, Stanford Reed. The last time we did this, you was in Asia. Remember that?
I don't remember that.
You don't remember that? See, look how much stuff you be doing.
We did the podcast.
We did the podcast. You had your dreads up here. I think it was during the pandemic. I might have been in either New Orleans or California, or something like that. It might have even been in Brooklyn at Joy's house. But you did the podcast because you had to wake up at some real ungodly time.
Some real ungodly time I have to do. I remember that. I remember now.
Yeah.
That's why I remember, because I had to wake up at some really ungodly time to do that shit.
Woke up hella early, right?
Yeah. I remember that shit. It was like 6 a.m.
Yeah, that's crazy. Both of our hairstyles have changed since then, but that's all right. How you feeling without the big dreads, man? I thought you was gonna come back and have like the bigger dreads. That's what I was waiting for.
If I had, that'd have been cool.
Yeah,
been cool,
I don't know yet. Yeah. I know Heavy is the head that wears the crown, so I know back in New York you might not have been able to carry that crown around out here. The gravity is denser out here.
I don't know. It would have got a lot of subway ceiling dirt on it, right? Yeah. Subway station ceiling dirt.
Yeah, you don't want to get that subway station ceiling dirt on you. Yeah, that would be crazy, yo. Somebody trying to get in the door right now. I don't know if that's my illustrious co-host Joy B. You was just singing a rendition of "Family Matters."
Yeah.
Yeah, what was that about? Were you playing that? For all of those out there in internet world who don't know, Stanford Reed is an amazing saxophonist. I'm gonna pronounce it how it's supposed to be pronounced, saxophonist, and musician, performer, busker. You busk on the trains. How was that?
Yeah, that's pretty good, man.
Yeah.
Pretty dope. Yeah, I got a nice little system for doing that,
Yeah, tell us about your experience with busking.
Yeah, busking is quite lucrative. I think it's all about energy. I just try to keep it fresh every day. Certain days a week where it's easier to keep the energy fresh because how everybody feels. But I got out there all different times. COVID, cold outside, hot outside.
Yeah,
it's been pretty good to me.
You was out there during COVID?
For the last little bit, I was.
You feel like they gave you more money during COVID, or now that it's ended, now they're giving you more money now, or were they like more excited to see somebody playing when there was like everybody's wearing masks?
Nah, I think I get more money now.
Oh, word?
I think there's a lot of people who back then, I guess. If I pay more attention to it, I think most of the money I make now comes from people who don't wear masks now.
It's the non-mask wearers. Oh, I feel like those are the people who still got cash. Everybody else afraid. Afraid to carry. Are you flicking a lighter? You know I can hear that.
Oh yeah, oh, my fault, my
Yeah,
fault,
man. This is we on the internet, man. Live, man. This is
my
this,
fault.
this is like
I was
we,
fidgeting with my AirPods little box.
oh, okay. You need a fidget spinner. I need to get you a fidget spinner.
Yeah, I don't know. I was working with that. It's magnetic. It snaps the way it snaps back down. I kind
Okay.
of
I don't have AirPods. I got regular pods. They water pods maybe or something like that. I don't know. They close regular. You know what I mean? I got Samsung. I use all Samsung or non-Apple products, man.
Yo, you do you think you're gonna go they?
You think I'm gonna go they?
Yeah.
What? Am I gonna switch to they?
No, it's not. I don't know if you could switch to that. I think you just kind of go they.
Oh yeah, like I feel I feel like I've been they before they was described as they. You know what I
Mm,
mean? Like I've been fluid in my description of what masculine and feminine energy is
right.
since for mad years. You know what I mean? I still lean towards vaginal sex experiences, but in terms of the social construct of male and female dynamics, I'm definitely they like a motherfucker.
Yeah, I realize. Yeah, I think I just answer like I'll subscribe. I'll subscribe.
You
I'll subscribe.
subscribe?
I'll
Press the
subscribe for a
like,
little bit.
subscribe, share the
Yeah,
vayness.
yeah, because it doesn't make sense. I think like if you know probably have a kid, still in my 30s, probably have a kid soon, and
Yeah.
I'm probably gonna have a baby.
Your man said he gonna have a baby. Nah, not a baby. No, no.
And my baby gonna be there as fuck, man.
Oh man, oh man. You gonna be like, oh look at they. This is you got to give him a real unisex name like Internet or what I mean? Pillow Flakes or something like that. Something real like you can't really tell who they are. That's crazy. We saw you in the commercial in Paperboy Prince commercial.
Oh yeah.
You was looking real they in that commercial. You
Yeah,
know what I mean?
I had a lot of energy going on.
Yeah, a lot of energy, not energy. Is he masculine? Is he feminine? He's they. So how do you feel about? Can I talk real? How do you feel about like the new like pronouns and everybody like picking new pronouns for themselves and being able to like just change your pronouns at will? Is that good? Is that bad for society? What do you feel about that?
Oh well, that it doesn't really exist for society as a whole.
Mm-hmm.
Me individually, like and how I respond to it. Okay, I mean, if somebody says that, if somebody got offended by me saying like another pronoun or something like that, that would be, I would switch it up. You know what I'm saying? Like it's like if they said their name was Seymour and I accidentally called him Marcus or something.
Yeah, yeah.
Like I'd be like, oh my bad. Okay, your name's Seymour. I thought your name was Marcus.
Yeah,
Okay,
I don't.
cool.
I'm gonna be controversial with it because what I mean that's my job. I don't know. I don't know because it's like it's another thing for people to fight and hoorah over when there's like so much other stuff that we need to fight for. I remember we were in I was in I believe it was Austin, Texas. I don't think it was South by Southwest, but it was something like that. One of those kind of shows, festivals. And we were out there and accidentally the dude I was with, I think it was Rob Lee, actually, my boy, he called the person presenting as woman, you would think from the old school, you know what I mean? She. But we were talking about something like feeding the hungry, something totally different, very serious, having a very serious conversation. And in passing, he said she, And then the whole conversation then became about how we have to appropriately define them as they. And I was just like, all right, that's cool. And in the moment, I was like, yeah, identity politics, call you what you want to be called. Don't call me nigga, call me niggas. I get it. But if we're talking about feeding the world hunger, does it not become a distraction? You don't think it becomes a distraction? Stanford Reed, aka they Reed.
Okay, well, see, I be saying that shit, right? And what I'm actually talking about is probably something else. It's
Mm-hmm.
probably not really they. I'm misusing the term. It's definitely misnamed. I would say like the real they. The real they. If I think I've saw they before, but like the
Yeah.
real they, it kind of looked like if a professional soccer player was in a beauty pageant. Like,
I get it. That multiplicity.
it's that multiplicity. It's like they
It's
got
a
both
rare
energies.
condition.
Yeah. They got both. They got both energies. Like right there.
Yeah.
Like right there.
Yeah.
And like usually like it's like the jawline, all kind of things. You can't tell what's really going on. I can see that.
Yeah. In fact, what's weird is we talk about the jawline and everything. My sister's ex, before he passed away, he had cancer and he passed away. The last couple of months of his life, his hair grew long and silky and his features became feminine. It was the wildest thing you saw. Like his hair became long, like you never seen it like this, like long and just like wavy and silky. And his features became like they all softened and stuff. And he almost became like a woman. He almost looked like a woman. And I don't really understand genetics and XY, XX, X genes and all of that stuff, XYZs, A, B, C, D, L, B, G, D, Qs. So I'm not in all of the know of how we are working on the inside. But I'm going to make a controversial statement and say, if we choose our pronouns, we do choose our sexuality. All right. We choose whether or not we are gay or not. Because, right?
I don't think I think you choose that whether the like actualize on like your sexuality more than you choose the sexuality.
Yeah.
I guess so.
Yeah.
Like, I did not choose Asian porn.
Yeah. Asian porn chose me. That's how you felt.
I mean, that's pretty much. I think you don't. Maybe I don't think you choose. At one point, y'all. At one point, the brown around Brazilian joint was the best joint I saw.
Yeah.
It's my favorite. You know what I'm saying? Like whenever I saw, like you going through them white DVDs that got the black marker written on the front, and you get to one say brown around. You like, oh,
I had a lot of them.
You like, oh, brown. That's going to be a good one. Yeah. No matter what number it is. You see the familiar. You ever start seeing familiar faces in it. You start to know the guys. You start to know the. You be like, oh,
is that Brian. Jake Steed?
You like Brian. Oh, Brian. Oh, Marcus and.
Yeah, Mr. Marcus, Brian Pumper, Jake Steed.
Yeah, exactly.
Son, I learned some of my initial stroke game from them, but eventually, what I felt like I had to stop watching porn because I felt like, but in my vayness, I felt like porn was so masculine dominant, and it wasn't really a lot of.
I switched it up. I started watching the all triple, the 3-on-3 all girl joints. Like, yeah. I had my phases.
Yeah.
It was that whole. It was called like Beauty. It was like Beauty and something. It was a whole little season of them.
Yeah. The whole season you watched Brazilian Butts 1 through 8, didn't you?
I probably saw the brown arounds, and then like there was the other one with the one with the three with the same 3 girls like going through like it was like 4 or 5 girls. It was like it was a whole little DVD.
That was. Do you feel like when you was in Asia, you were fetishized by Asian women when they finally did warm up? Because when I was out there, it was tough talking to Asian women because you know how I am. I'm very forward. I'm very like, jokey, pokey. And it was a few of them joints who was, I guess, quote unquote, westernized. But for the most part, they wasn't hip on my flip. You feel me?
You wasn't in Vietnam, yo.
I wasn't in Vietnam.
Like you was at the airport.
I was I didn't go into the depths of Vietnam.
Yeah, you wasn't there.
Okay. So what's the difference you feel like?
There's a lot of types, man. A lot of types. Different ones are good for different things. So when you want to say it like that way, like good for different things, what am I mean when I say that? I'm talking about like if you want to say if you come to dating, there's certain girls who you have a lot of fun with. You know, you gotta have a lot of fun. You know, you got your own. If you got your own money, she probably don't have her own money. If you got enough money for both of y'all to go around, but you can go around. Blah, 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 blah. Then you got the one that got her own money. You know what I'm saying? And then usually they pay for everything. Like as far as Vietnamese custom, the
ladies.
If she's in position to do it, she'll pay for everything.
Ooh,
because
I'm gonna have to go back
because
out
that's just customary. You know, true not, but the whole thing as a guy, you're supposed to use your money to make like good investments.
That sounds like a good relationship. Did you feel like, again, did you feel like you were on, like the women that did holler at you, they hollered at you because you was black, or was it like, did anybody see you and be like, let's talk about something other than you being black?
Nobody was really talk about me being black so much. You know what I mean? Like
Really?
black was a thing that comes up. It comes up all day. Like if you go around, like people say it. Speaking of Vietnamese, to hear when people talk about that. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, black comes up, but as far as like dating me because I'm black, like it wasn't really so much of that. But they're conscious of things like that, like you never hear them say, "We're colorblind." No, never that. They'll never say that. No, they'll never say that. They'll say, I really like your color. You know what I'm saying?
Did you have any racist things that happened to you out there? Was anything that you was like, that was racist?
Yeah, there's some racist moments, you know what I'm saying? It's the don't like Americans moments. Like, and usually I win those. And then there's also the worst moments that I have is not that. I didn't have moments like that much.
Yeah.
The worst thing that I hated is if you treat me like a straight up American from the door. I hate it, yo. It bothers me. It will bother me if like I walk in the door and when it's time for us, when somebody order drinks right at the table, say somebody order a Coca-Cola and there's a coffee and a tea.
Yeah.
When they come to the table, they're gonna put the Coca-Cola in front of me.
Yeah.
And I'm definitely the motherfucker who ordered the tea.
Yeah. You
Every
look like
time.
a tea drinking motherfucker.
But they're gonna put the Coca-Cola in front of me, and I get it. All right, that's one. That don't bother me so much. One other one is like if like a person always offers me beer and Coca-Cola, like always beer, Coca-Cola, everywhere I go, beer, Coca. I'd be like, nah, man, I like juice and shit too, nigga. I like tea. You know what I'm saying? Or if I'm like, for example, if I'm dating a girl and she only want to eat Western food, like unanimously want to eat Western food.
Yeah.
What's wrong with you?
Yeah.
What's the matter with you? Like that's awful. Ew. You talking about Popeyes? What the fuck are you talking about?
But although
every now and then maybe, but that's
whatever that little guy sauce they put on that little like garlic guy sauce. When we were stuck out there, was it Popeyes or KFC we went to? I can't remember. KFC. But that joint was one of the most official pieces of fried chicken I've ever eaten in my whole life, yo. When they put that we was also stranded and sort of like feeling out there. So I don't know if it was the feeling of comfort from the KFC.
I mean, the sauce that they're very good at flavoring food out there in Asia, man. Like they flavor food really, really well.
Yeah.
Um, so wherever you go, there's gonna be good flavorful stuff. Even when it's simple as hell, it tastes good. Especially if you eat meat. Like I couldn't imagine being like a vegetarian the whole time I was there. I would have probably like starved to death or something.
Yeah. Now they had a lot of meats out there. Pause. We gonna go through our local news, see what you found out, if you heard some of this local news, and then you know what I mean, we're gonna get you out of here. Let's see if you heard some of this
Word.
local news. You heard about the lady in the Bronx being thrown on the tracks.
Nah, that happened this year.
This happened 2 days ago.
Nah, I ain't hear
This,
about that.
this is big. It's big news now. Everybody watch yourselves on the train tracks and all of that out there. There's just been on my way down here to do the podcast. There was literally a guy with his shirt off doing this the whole ride. I rode for an hour like this. Like he was in between the car, and for a second he disappeared. And I had the most New York moment. I was like, man, my train about to be late, man. I didn't even care about his life. I just thought he was about to die, and then my train was going to take a longer time. So it's like, watch the trains out there. It's a lot of crazy slack. I know you heard about the guy who shot, the black guy who had bad aim and shot like 2 people in the leg.
A black guy shot 2 people.
You ain't hear about this on the train with the smoke bomb and all of that?
Smoke bomb in Brooklyn. Yeah.
In Brooklyn. That was, but no, this is a total other incident. It's a Spanish guy. He like literally like power, like DDT this lady or whatever that move is.
he suplexed her.
Yeah, he suplexed her onto the, and you watching the video, you just like, oh shit. If he was a wrestler, he would be paid. He would be paid the way he hit this lady. She was not light.
They caught him.
Yeah. You said they caught him? No, they ain't catching him. He probably gonna have to. They caught him. Okay, I'm about to say they probably gonna have to turn himself in like the other black guy who was shooting people. You know, he shot people and then turned himself in.
Man.
Terrible. Like, who does that? Mentally ill. Did you hear about Metro Boomin? R.I.P. Metro Boomin's mom. Metro Boomin's mother was murdered by her husband, who in fact, after murdering her, killed himself. Did you hear about that?
What? Murder, homicide, Boomin?
Yeah, Metro Boomin. Like, I've been on an idea recently about like the repercussions of violent music, you know what I mean, in our community, and what music. When I think about some of the things I live by, right, a lot of it has to do with the music I grew up with. What's the things you got to get? Money, power, respect. You know the first you get the money, then you get the power, then you get the respect. For the most part, we grow up living like that. You know what I mean? It's not until I got to maybe about, I want to say in college or something, did Nas drop I Know I Can. Remember that song? Mm-hmm. I Know I Can. I don't think that came out till I was maybe in college. Maybe I can't remember exactly, but my thoughts had been adult by the time that came out. You know what I mean? He released so much damaging music. Jay-Z released so much music, teaching us how to sell drugs. You feel me? So all the violent music is going to come back to our community in different ways. It's not just going to come back from the person who's a gangbanger who's shooting. You feel me? Does that make sense to you?
I feel you on that.
Yeah, it's just something I've been grappling with. And I believe last but not least, did you hear? No, I won't say that's last. I got 2 more. Did you hear about the abortion? Everything that's going on in abortion, like southern states with the abortion bills and everything?
A long time ago, I mean, I guess people have been talking about that.
Yeah, what you feel about that? What you feel about
that?
What's the updates? They got some updates on terms of like the bills and what they're asking for in terms of they're now adding men into the bill because people were complaining so much. They're still keeping the abortion fact with women, but now they're adding like silly things with men into the bill. So I guess they're trying to. I don't know if they're trying to get it overturned. I don't know what they're trying to do, but there's a whole bunch of it's weird. Should women? What do you feel about abortion? Should women be allowed to get abortions?
Yeah, I would say allow is one thing. If there's a person who believes that they can do an abortion because they got the science and know about it, and there's a person who wants to allow that person to do that to them, then so be it.
How do you more realistically feel about abortion?
You said moralistic. How do I moralistically feel about abortion?
Yeah,
Well, that means if that dilemma were to be, if I would be facing a dilemma,
yeah.
to me personally, uh, um, I shed a tear whenever a girl swallows me.
Yeah. Come on, nah. You're like, you aborted 1 million babies just now. You just aborted. That was a scientist you just swallowed. That's
Yo, I had to do this because I was talking to somebody about podcasts, and my podcast be so heavy. Yeah. I was just like, well, I don't know. I felt like it was an opportunity to be a little
hey, man, like, this is the podcast to say all the weird stuff you've been thinking about, man, because time on this earth is short, and don't let people determine who you can or cannot be, and given your talent scope, you know what I mean? It's on you to like be able to share not only just your music, but your sense of humor with the world. For me, I think with abortions is tough. It's a societal issue because if you think about the government, they're trying to control the people, and if you don't have enough people to take the lower paying jobs, you don't have enough people to fund the higher paying jobs. So if you don't have enough poor people who feel like, I'm striving by getting this McDonald's job that's paying me minimum wage, I'm doing better than the last generation. If you don't have those people, then the upper people can't make the money that they need to make because it becomes too even. Too much education.
I don't even like talking about that because I'm like, why they need money? What they need money for? Like at the top of the pyramid, money has no value. Somebody's like, hey, I'll pay you anything to do anything. You're like, man, what the fuck you talking about? Pay me what to do? What?
Yeah.
That's not like Teddy Brock. Take the what and leave the what. I don't need nothing. Give me motherfucking space diamonds. That's
I heard there's a space rock that was floating toward. Oh, was that a skit? No, that was a scene from the movie. I'm sorry, never mind. I'm mixing up a scene from the movie. You seen that movie? Don't Look Up, right?
Yeah.
So about the space, they didn't want to blow up the meteorite because it had all of these things that was financially, and which is weird because those things became important before because they were resources, but now they're not used as the same resources. So like the process of making a diamond wasn't the only thing that made it important, but I think that in the future we will use diamonds as not only a natural resource but as a light source, as a way like how Superman used it in the
Fortress of Solitude.
The Fortress of Solitude. We're going to be using diamonds like that as light rather than as just rings and jewelry. So we get back to a place where we're using natural resources not just as things to wear, but as things that will advance our society, because that's why they're rare and that's why they're minerals, because the minerals of the ground are the minerals inside of us. Last, but certainly not least, Dustin Johnson. You know who Dustin Johnson is?
I heard the name probably.
He's a cocaine cowboy, one of two cocaine cowboys, they're one of my two favorite golfers. Dustin Johnson is a golfer. Dustin Johnson just received $125 million from Live Golf, which is more than Tiger Woods made on the golf course his whole entire career.
Uh-huh.
How you feel about it?
That's a contract.
Huh?
That's a contract.
It's a contract, yeah. He got one.
And has a contract worth that. That's not a thing. That's not a check. Okay?
Yeah.
That's another thing. That's not a check.
Okay.
Like even when they take the photo, it don't even be no big check with all the numbers on it like they do with the lottery.
Yeah.
That's a contract.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So like he got a contract for that. That's
Yeah.
worth that. But
Yeah.
nah, his check is something else.
Okay.
That's what I believe.
Okay. So you think his check is smaller than that, but the contract overall. So where does the rest of that money go to then?
That money, well, it's not. The money don't go nowhere right away. Like he got it's broken down over increments. He got a salary and shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's going. That's not all
Yeah.
happening
I
at one
guess if
time.
you
That's
get paid 10 million a year, that's 12 years or something like that. 12 years a slave, 13 years for him to make that, 10 million a year.
yeah. I pretty much think that's something how it goes, but I think there's a lot of other stipulations involved. Like they just tell us that one number, but there's
Yeah.
all kind of stuff that's in there. Like, well, this percentage goes to that, and then you got to pay for this, and you got to pay for the nigga who be touching your thighs in between the plays.
Yeah.
Who gonna pay you?
Yo,
Who
you
gonna
gotta
pay
pay
that
him.
thigh?
You gotta pay him some money to touch your thighs.
Yeah, I pay the thigh toucher, man. Come on, he be pushing your legs back when you land on your back and shit. Like that nigga get paid. You know what I'm saying? So that come out of your pay.
Hell yeah. But yeah, man, yo, it's been great to have you back on the podcast. You know what I mean? I ain't gonna hold you up too much longer. I see you on a suede couch right now. You know what I mean? Look like you feeling good about life and stuff like that. I know I'm gonna see you again soon. We're gonna be rocking out at O Them. I'm practicing my drums. So you know what I mean, I could support you very very concretely on O Them. You gotta collaborate with your sister. You know what I mean?
Word.
Yeah. Get me back in the studio with some of them new drill beats you got. I like them drill beats. I definitely want to get together for that kids album.
That's supposed to be tomorrow.
Yeah. We're gonna get up, you know what I mean? So I know I'm gonna see you soon, man. It's been another episode of the podcast. Y'all give it up for Stanford Reed. Yeah. Yo, peace out, yo.
Yo, peace out, man. Be safe.
All right,
Good
we'll
night,
do.
everybody. One word.
Peace. So yeah, man, I don't know what happened to Joy. I'm coming down to the wire on these episodes. Let me see this joint. So thank you. So we're gonna have a last little talk. As y'all know, I'm approaching 40. I don't do a lot of smoking on camera at least anymore. So y'all know y'all getting the real right here if I'm smoking with y'all. We're going only actionable, profitable things from June 28th on, from today on. We've been cutting out the fat on a lot of things, and it feels good. It feels good to share love and light with you guys. And I don't know when the next time the podcast will come back. Maybe I'll do another web series or another podcast. We were doing the Working Wednesdays ones. But something's gonna come. We got shows coming up. More shows, more love, more life, more laughter. Check me out. June 12th, I'm doing The Joke Dealers. June 21st, I'm doing Broadway Comedy Club. This Saturday, we're doing Art Salon Privé, and we have a lot of more Art Salon Privé shows set up. It's going to be more dedicated to art, visual art, and artists, showcasing visual art. We're going to be doing block parties this summer, more smokes and jokes, having larger comics, better comics coming through, as well as newer comics. And we're going to keep it tight, all right? Y'all know it's already Cornelius. This is stuff history is made of. Have a good night. The